Soncerae's post about not only responding to messages through email or what have you, and how she says that her audience is using her words and twisting them. Now, I have a 22-year-old daughter, and everybody parents differently and things like that. But when you say that out of your own mouth that you have to stop your daughter from cursing, and at the time I believe she was under the age of 18, you saying that you have to stop her because you clearly know that that's not appropriate. But, what would make that okay in the first place? And how does that work if she went to this proper school that was so educated that all the kids are cursing and whatever else you said they were doing? It sounds like she didn't go to that great of a school. And then, you just want everybody to bash priest. I mean, don't you think you've done enough of that? Like, what else is there for anybody else to say about him? I mean, he can't defend himself. He's not jumping on here making response videos, which is something that you would love for him to do. And it's like killing you that he's not, because he's really paying you dust. And, it has nothing to do with him being a deadbeat father, because, the reason why I personally don't consider him a deadbeat is because you chose to take your child and move out of town, and he pays child support. He pays child support. I don't know what else you expect for him to do. Besides follow you so that you can call the cops and put him in jail. That would be something that you would enjoy. That's the type of broad you are. Because your life revolves around drama. And, I mean, I was in a similar situation but I was in my teens, and I moved out of town with my daughter. Now, was the man supposed to run after me and follow me when we weren't married or together? I mean, it was my choice. Well, initially it wasn't my choice. But, was he supposed to pick up his life and move and follow me? That's just not how life works, boo-boo. And, then you talk about how you're dating 1 minute, and the next minute, you said a while back, because you forget your lies, about how, you have found somebody, this, that, and the other. And of course now you'll say, well, you'll never know when I'm with somebody or if I find somebody. Which is fine, because that is your personal business. And, if it wasn't for you putting your business out in the streets, then we wouldn't know anything. Sometimes business, if you're trying to teach somebody something, there are certain things that you need to share in order to help people, kind of relate to what you're going through. But your situation comes across as desperate, and you want sympathy. You're sharing because you want people to be angry and upset with Priest and Sidonia. This has nothing to do with you trying to help anybody. Soncerae, I'm not gonna call names, but you have very narcissistic tendencies traits because um, this whole journey has just been about what he has done to you. And then you'll throw Justin in there as like, as a last thought, because that's not really the priority when it comes to wanting Priest to be a part of his life. You want to be able to control and manipulate. He's doing the best thing by staying away, because you want to control and manipulate the situation. Because if it don't work your way, then it's gonna be a problem. And if he was my brother, uncle, or cousin, I would tell him, stay your ass away, and deal with your son when he gets older. So I think that's the one smart thing that he's gonna do. Because I'm telling you, women like yourself, you are not quality, and I mean, it shows that the situation you got yourself in just goes to show how the type of woman that you are. At your age, you shoulda, woulda, coulda made better decisions, but you didn't. So you talk about these standards and, oh, I got such standards, and he's low tier, low brow, blue collar man. I mean, girl, I ain't never seen you. We ain't never seen you popping like that, except for when you was so-called modeling that you weren't getting paid for. And you was single and carefree because you weren't, you probably didn't have to really do much for Dominique. So, and that's a good thing in a way, I mean, you certainly weren't raising her. You were ripping and running the streets, and as a 22-year-old, I have a 22-year-old daughter, I just could never sit up